Looks like a haul, but it's not. Hey, it's Care. Welcome to my take at the lake. It's been a while since we did a clean and craft chat, and oi, the desk needs an overhaul. So, I thought I'd show you some of the stuff that has found its way onto my desk. It's not really a haul. Really, it's stuff from my grandma's house that we're still digging out. My grandma's been gone a really long time, and we're still digging things out of her house. Cards upon cards upon cards upon cards. And these cool old tins. There was something in one of these. What's in here? Oh, this is one of those military, in case of emergency, can openers. Military issue. My dad was military, and somehow he ended up with a truckload of them. I like these little tins for storage, and there was two. This is so pretty. It looks old. It's not old. Well, it probably is old, but not as old as it looks. Just good for storing little pins, little letters, little anything. Paper clips, beads, labels, doodads. Very fun. My salt never goes away. That's always out next to my coffee paint. Those two things are always out in case I need to hit it, but I'm finally putting all these paints away from that little painty project the other week. Took a week to do. One thing I want to show you before I forget again, I've had this on my desk a couple times for a couple of different miscellaneous videos, and I forget to show it. So today I want to do it right up front so that I don't forget. This is something called a distraction notebook. It's just a little stenographer's notebook. It's a small little size. I buy these in 4 packs at Meijer for about $4, and I label them distractions. And I learned this from a video, of course, and I'll link it below because, of course, right now I can't recall his name. He was a med student, and he started a YouTube channel teaching other students how to be better students. Frank. And he is where I learned this idea. He just keeps a journal, a distractions journal next to him. His is more of a nice little leathery journal. But when I have those beautiful soft color leathery journals, I always want to save them for something special. Hi, bud. Hi, butter. But with these notebooks, I don't mind filling them up and filling them up and filling them up. And what I do is at the top, I write down whatever the topic is. If it's something for my take at the lake or if it's something for my other projects, I write it down and get it out of my head and get it down on paper as it happens. Because as you know, sometimes it goes away rather quickly. If you don't snag that idea when it occurs to you, it will go away. Others will come, similar ones will come, but they won't be exactly that. Getting exactly that back is very difficult. And then once my little book is full, I tear them all out and then I sort them. Because each one of my projects, my channels, I have a couple different channels going, some bigger projects going. Each one has its own spiral bound notebook with pockets in it. And so when this is filled up, I'll tear them all out and I'll sort them into piles and put them in each perspective notebook. So that when that idea hits, and it always hits when I'm doing something else. I'm working on one of my books, or I'm editing a video, or, I have this flash. Well, I can't go dig out that notebook, go into the thing and pull out, make sure I get it out of the right drawer. And is it this black notebook or that? And by the time I find that, it's gone. So this I keep right next to me. It's open to a blank sheet, the next blank sheet all the time. There's always a pencil on it, and it's always ready when something hits. I think of it like catching fireflies, Yeah, there's a million of them out there, but catching just that one, you see one, and if you don't catch that one right away, that one's gone. But there are others. Of course, there are others. Ideas will keep coming. But anyway, I make these labels a little bit different so that they don't all look alike. And I only have one going at a time, so I guess I don't know why I have to keep them different, just so I don't get bored, I guess. But I put the printable up on Patreon if you would like to make yourself your own distraction little notebook. Distractions, because they're all day, every day. They just don't ever stop. This keeps it to a dull roar. This keeps it contained. This keeps it manageable for me. And if you think that's something that might help you, I put this up on Patreon as just a free printable. You don't have to be a patron. Can if you want. $2 a month. That'd be awesome. Nah, if you don't want to, that's fine too. There's lots of free printables. This is one of them. I have a page of vintage and a page of bright white graph paper just for fun. Something different. They're all different fonts. Help yourself. And I hope that helps you capture your brilliant ideas. And this is in no particular order other than getting this out of the way so I don't forget yet again. I don't know what this says about me, but I think my mistakes and my clean-offs are some of my best work. This just is one of the coolest things. Look how just awesome that is. On the camera, it looks really gray, but in real life, it's super bright, and it's so vibrant and pretty, and it's just cleaning off the palette, or palette knife, or cleaning off the brush. This is my book of unwasted paint. I just love that whole idea. Can't get enough of it. My distractions book out of the way. So these are really fun. I made these, gosh, I'll bet 20 years ago. I wonder if there's a date. They're from Artist. I was going to say Artist Magazine. I think they're Artist Magazine pages. They might be calendar pages. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure which. But I have a template downstairs. And it's just a thin plastic template. And you put your paper on it, your square, whatever piece of paper, and you tear around this template and fold it around this template, and it helps you make these brilliant little envelopes, like for Happy Mail, for real. You can make them out of catalog pages, out of magazine pages, calendar pages. They're so cool. But my grandma saved them because I made them. I made them for her to use, but she couldn't part with them, so now I have them back. God love her, you know. But these are so fun. I'll see if I can find either the product, maybe on Amazon, or a link, because I'm sure there's something free online, an envelope template. Super easy to make, and it's one of those mindless, fun, crafty things. But they would be beautiful envelopes to put in your junk journals, where you would use any other sort of envelope. And then, speaking of envelopes, just the mother lode of envelopes. Just a mishmash of miscellaneous, cardless. But of course, there's lots of ways to make journals out of envelopes. Now they're mine. And like I said, cards and cards. Cute. All brand new. All brand new cards. Well, this one's really neat. Can we get it on camera? It's like vinyl-y. You sick? Get well quick. Oh, it's a peacock. Look how old. It's so late 60s. Funny. Look how vintage these are. Get better quick. Those kind of Holly Hobby curtains. Going the wrong way, Care. Oh, teeny tiny ones. Oh, this has got a little felt bird. I have one of these that my grandma wrote to me. Her handwriting is in it. This one's got it. Strawberries, little felt. So hard to see, but it's velvet. Oh, he's pretty. Hummingbird. Godiva chocolates, one of my favorites. The box and the wrappers were so cool. I had to keep them for my purple book, don't you know? Kiss me first, and this gift is yours. Well, what's up with that? That's kind of weird. Kiss me first. And this gift is yours. Huh. Wonder if there's something in there. All that work and it's blank. Okay then. squirrels and bunnies and mice and birds. Oh, they're so cute. Cat on the moon. Oh, so cute. Oh, for my red, yellow, and blue, my primary journal. I'll get well soon. One of those little cards. So pretty. There's another vinyl-y textured one. And oh, God, you just love those 60s colors. Boy, people got sick a lot. She had a whole box, apparently, of get well cards. It's kind of scary. Teeny tiny little envelopes. And some of these less than beautiful ones, cover them, paint them over, put them all together, make a journal, and gesso them. And then you have a tiny little art journal that's cardstock and ready to be prettied up. Because, you know, as cards go, they're not even pretty roses. Talk about bottom of the barrel. Cheap. Bad picture, bad ugly roses. Just homely. But it can be made beautiful with some paint and some mixed media, or just gluing, you know, collaging over it, glue them all together, make a glue book out of them, and glue beautiful things over them. This is a better picture, way better picture. Here too, they're kind of getting the hang of it. Oh, a nice fall one. Maybe on your new barn. On your special day. So, truckload of cards that can be played with. More envelopes. Oh, look, some more envelopes. Sympathy cards. Wedding thank you cards. Or maybe it might be funeral thank you cards. We'll keep the envelope. We'll lose the funeral card. That's kind of pretty. Old painting. Aw, kittens. I thought I was done with the cards. Oh, look at more envelopes. Oh my gosh. Look how they're like twins. They're so cute. He has black on his paw. He doesn't. Oh. Enjoy your puppy and kitten note cards. Yes, I will. Kitten, kitten, kitten. Oh, so pretty blue eyes. There's some puppies. Double Trouble. Oh, they are so adorable. So cute. Address stickers. You can cut the address part off and use them as stickers. Run them over your glue stick because, of course, the adhesive by now is long since gone away, but run them over your glue stick. Some of them have beautiful little designs on them and whatnot. Old catalogs, but these are new to me catalogs, and these have the fall colors. So you have darker strips to use for trims and bits for your index cards and cool numbers and words, just like any other magazine. It's nice to have different stuff. Found a calendar that no one would claim, so I brought it home. I like just different bits of it. I would just tear the rocks out because they're so beautiful. Or maybe the sky. So I'm going to use this for collage. Have that out other than for him. He's so cute. Look at this little guy. So there was a whole bunch of old magazines. And I didn't want to bring all the magazines home. But anytime I saw, in flipping through it, if I saw a dog or something interesting, I took it. I think that's pretty beautiful. Nice, beautiful winter scene. I think it's starting to rain again. The window open, so you might hear nice pouring rain again. I love all his different views. How old is this magazine? It's not going to tell me. Some of these magazines were so old. Party animals. Look at that. Party animals. Funny. Beautiful. This is awesome. Look at this. All M&Ms. Isn't that just cool? Thank you, Photoshop. This, on my screen, looks tan, and it's gold. It is deep, deep, deep gold, but on my screen, it looks like I'm looking at different pictures. This is red, like a burnt red. I guess that's not too bad now. But how cool is that? Celebrate fall with M&Ms. I think you could celebrate anything with M&Ms, don't you? I'm doing collecting tomatoes. I think tomatoes are just beautiful. I spent a couple days ago canning tomatoes. I just love tomatoes. And so I think it's going to be a glue book or part of a glue book just dedicated to the beauty of tomatoes. And when I saw this whole cover and sort of a magazine dedicated to tomatoes, well, I had to have that too. There, buried at the bottom is my little painty book I just did. Oh, look, more cards. Oh, they're kitty. We have here, oh, mice. They're so cute. So I'll put that in creatures. Oh, look, one that goes together. How exciting. And why is it the background pages are just so cool? The back splashes or the drop pages. Maybe that's why Jackson Pollock's work is so fun, you know, because his original stuff is kind of like the back. Like, I just think that is so cool. Couldn't do it if I tried, because when you try, it's so stiff and it looks artificial, and these just sing on their own. That's awesome. Got my not affiliated. I pulled this out the other day. There were these awesome little tiny webs all over my grass. And the dew, I was out early and the dew was still out. And so I came in and I dug out this awesome lens that just clips onto your cell phone like that. Take the lens off. And this is a wide angle lens in case you need to get the whole room if you're using your cell phone. But if you take that off, it's a macro lens, and you can do some really fun, super close-up work, super close-up shots. So I did that with. I'll put some pictures up here of the spider webs. They were so cool. I thought this thing was going to be kind of cheesy, but it's not. It's pretty darn cool. If I can find the link to this one, I'll put it below. But it's a macro, wide angle / macro lens for your cell phone. So cool. Of course, I love photography anyway, and anytime I can play with my camera, I'm there. So it's sort of turning into a haul. I keep finding more. I found another tin. I found a similar one on eBay. That one had a 25 mark here and a patent number. So this is pre-patent. So, and that one said 1950s. So this one might be early 1950s, late 40s. This was my grandma's, in pretty good shape. They had this cutout that you could hang it up in your closet and let those mothballs keep away the moths, but stink up your clothes. Anybody smell mothballs? Ugh, musty and disgusting. But this was a good idea then. The one that's listed on eBay says, fill it with powder or potpourri. Fill it with powder? Are you kidding me? What? How is that ever going to be a good idea? There's holes everywhere. Fill it with powder. Thanks. Thanks so much for the suggestion. Some old checkers. Grandma wrote on there, wood checkers. Just say they must have made rubber bands better then, because this has been on there for umpteen years and it's still stretchy and there's no dry rot or cracking. I have brand new rubber bands that I bought And how does rubber change? How do you cheapen rubber and make it crappy for the new millennium? Missing a couple. But they're awfully cool. Wooden checkers. No checkerboard with it. Just the checkers. And it's funny, if I found these at a garage sale or something, I would have no problem painting them or using them in projects or making stamps out of them or something, but they were my grandma's, so I probably won't be able to tear it up. Similarly, this great old cigar box. Grandpa did not smoke cigars that I'm aware of, but cigar boxes were the thing then, I guess, for easy, cheap storage. So she's got a lot of them. And inside, just a little treasure trove, credit union receipts from 1961, and then her deposit and Grandma's writing and her notes. And oddly enough, no date on this receipt for $500. No date anywhere on this piece of paper, which I find fascinating. Inside is Grandma's canceled checks, 68 to 70. All her little handwriting. This is fun. Old check register. Date 68, 69, and 70, just like she said. A couple books of unused old checks. And I love this. Leonard Piper and Mrs. Leonard Piper, because she didn't have a name. She was his wife. Not that that was my grandpa's thing, but that was the society's thing. One of my So Crafty It's Criminal videos, I'm going to talk about that. There was a case here in town where a lady was murdered, and they always called her Mrs. So-and-so. And even in her own obituary, that's the first time they called her her own name was in her own obituary. But even in there, they called her Mrs. So-and-so. Crazy. So what do we have here? Newspaper from 1966. Grandma always collected Lincoln pennies, wheat pennies. So these must be information about that. Stamp news, GI bonds to be cited. Who knows what these are in here for? I wonder. 1966. Grit. That's a fun old picture. And if I found this at a garage sale, I'd be so excited. I'd be tearing it up, and I'd be coffee dyeing all those old checks, and because they look like brand new. They are bright and clean and pretty from the 60s, but because it's Grandma's, I don't know if I can. That creeps into hoarder territory. For real? Like, what do I need checks from the 1960s in my house for? I'll keep one or two with Grandma's name on them and her handwriting, maybe the check register. The rest, I don't need it. So purge away. And put this away. I have my drawer open to put all my paints away. I think I have, well, since we have time, was working in my little round journal. And I'll show this again when I do my little round journal video. I made this little page. It's pretty simple little page. Pretty black safety pin, a piece of mulberry paper. I stamped music on it and then did that. And so to do that, I had to dig this out. And I'm pretty sure that I showed this before, but memory, memory, what it is. I got this in the jewelry section at Walmart. I think it's 32. It's a 32 holer. When I see cool lettering, different fonts, or like this is so cool because it's gold sparkly. You can pull out the $sign or the minutes or whatever. Excuse me, the numbers. I pull that out. I just cut the strip out, cut the pieces out, and I stick them in a Ziploc baggie. And when I want to do something but have no energy, then I fussy cut each letter out. And then I just put them in alphabetized order. So I have A to Z and some little words like of and the and some symbols. And I love the ampersand. Collect those a lot. I love that. Different kind of little things. This is number 2, number 1, and it's an of, an and, just little teeny words. So then if I want, I can just do a ransom style thing. And it's, again, fussy cutting, mindless crafting, doing something but not doing anything terribly brain draining. Signals, it's been around forever. It has some of the coolest, this is from 2007. Yeah, stuff lies around at my grandma's house a long time. But it has some of the coolest, smartest, funnest goodies in it. I just got online and I ordered like this little bird's nest necklace. So fun. It's got smart games and fun things for the garden, and I don't know, it's just one of my very favorite magazines. Don Quixote, so fun. That would be fun for the craft room, for organizing things. What is it? What are we? It's a library. Oh, it's supposed to be for CDs, so it's nice size. Very pretty. Common errors in English usage. Leanne sent me a link today to a beautiful podcast titled You're Saying It Wrong. My kind of podcast. I'll link that below too, just for fun. Dragonflies. That would be a neat trim on something on a page or a piece of bookmark, or very pretty. I can't wait till the new one comes, but I'm going to look through it and just look at all the beautiful things, and then I'm going to cut it apart for beautiful stuff that I can keep for my journal stuff. Beauty pies. Love blueberries. This is a paint thing. Blue scheme. Look, so beautiful. Let's go with my blueberry book. An Oprah book. I haven't seen one of those in a while, so I'm going to pull that apart. What is this from? 2011. Yep, things vintage up at my grandma's house. That's fine. That's good. Now they're mine. I appreciate you helping me clean off my desk again. I know it doesn't look a whole lot better, but it's organized. Now all I have to do is put it where it goes, and that's way easier than having to wade through it all by my lonesome. So thank you so kindly for hanging out. I hope you got some ideas. I hope that you got some inspiration and just enjoyed hanging out for a bit. Till we hang out again, you have a lovely crafty night. I'll take at the lake. Out for now.